Alright, I'm here with 2/3 of the Frolic. A band that, in my opinion, kind of sounds like Southwest Culture on the Skids. If Southwest Culture on the Skids grew up listening to the likes of Dead Kennedys and the Cramps. Now, there is a lot of things I want to get through with you guys, and been really looking forward to having the Frolics come in. Slightly starstruck, just a little bit. But I guess we should start from square one. Like, how exactly did the band come together? Because it seems like you guys kind of have an interesting history there.
Yeah, it's kind of all over the map.
You started it.
Yeah. Scott and I started playing together about 11 years ago, and just ourselves, like as a duo.
Yeah.
And then we moved to Nashville. Actually, we lived in Florida for a while. We just played with a couple of different drummers and didn't really have a sound quite yet. And then we kind of found our sound in Nashville and we moved there.
Yeah.
And we're working kind of long term with somebody
Oh,
there.
nice.
Yeah. So also our producer there helped us out a bit, helping us to find.
Yeah, and that's the same guy that's worked on both records.
Yeah, both records too. The Live from East Nashville and our latest one, right?
Which is really good. I would have a copy of it to do one of these,
Yeah.
but it's currently in my car.
So that's a better place for it.
It is a better place. And then, when did you
Join.
join the...
It was probably January when we started playing, and then I would March or April when it was official.
Okay.
Ish, I guess. So we did a little send-off show, and that was awesome.
And introduced Ali kind of at the same time for the first time, so it was awesome.
And how's the band been coming together since then? Is it like you guys starting to gel more, or?
So,
Yeah.
there's just forward momentum, I think.
Well, it really seems like that, because like the first time I saw you guys was at Hooligans for some kind of battle of bands, and I was like,
Oh yeah.
these guys are really good! Why have I not heard of them before? Like, stupid good. And
thank you.
it's like that kind of like surfy garage rock and roll that you guys play. Like, at least in Edmonton, there's not too many guys doing that, so that was really a really good feeling. But then, since then it seems like you guys have just been taking off. Like, you got onto Sonic Band of the Month, and it's not like a well-kept secret that I'm not the biggest fan of Sonic, but they have definitely increased in my books when you guys were like, yeah, the Frolics and Band of the Month. I was like, good job, Sonic! I'm going to, like, move you down on my hit list. But, how exactly did that come up for you guys? Like,
Well, it's something we've been kind of trying to, over the last, I guess, year and a half, trying to get into that, and I was just keeping in contact with the station and letting them know we're still interested and inviting them to our shows, so they really saw that we were playing more shows and bigger shows, and and then they just decided that we were ready, and they wanted to make us the first Sonic Band of the Month for the year, so for
awesome.
September, which is a good slot.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Really good slot.
So it really, I'm very thankful that.
So overall, the experience was good, and they're not a bunch of corporate Nazis that are out to...
No, not corporate.
No.
No, it helped us as a band on so many levels.
So how important is like getting radio play as a band now? Is it still?
It's huge.
Yeah, it's very important.
It's a good springboard. I think It's, like now you just little doors that you get your foot into, right? I mean, there's those one-hit wonders and mega sensations. I mean, it happens, right? But for the most part, I feel like if you really want it, it's just taking those little steps and realizing that just because one big thing happens, I mean, now it's just what's next.
Like, do you find that there is that support in like Edmonton's maybe lack of music community, or?
That there is a support?
Yeah, is there like support? Like, are you guys finding support? People are coming out to the shows?
Oh yeah. And yeah, definitely. And it's interesting because it's kind of a small enough community that you get to know, like, we know a lot of people in the music scene, and you know, so it's, you build friendships.
And was it kind of hard to kick your way in to the music scene?
It actually not really. Like, we started playing. We found a drummer after a few months of moving here, and started just playing shows right away. And the thing that really amazed us was they actually pay you here to play. You actually get money for your show.
So they don't pay you down in Nashville? Or?
No, you play for tips.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't make money, and so we were just used to that. You know, you weren't expecting anything, so.
Well, and any little bit really helps. But like, what's your guys' kind of take? Because seems like you've been kind of all over. Like, you grew up in Seattle, right? So there was you must have experienced some really cool stuff there, and then like kind of Nashville, which a lot of people are like, Nashville's the music hub, you gotta go there if you want to get a record deal. And then you've grown up around here, so I just want to kind of get you guys' I guess different perspectives on the current state of Edmonton's music scene.
I think it's just whatever you make of it. Like, you get what you give, and whatever vibe you put out there, you're gonna get back. You know, there's people saying that, you know, it's terrible, it's, you know, very sectioned, like, there's like metalheads, and then there's like the pop junkies, you know, and just like, but I think we love playing and we love meeting people, and I feel like if you just focus on that, and
then the rest just kind of
falls into place.
Yeah. But, and then how does it compare to Nashville, like a huge music hub like that?
Well, I mean, in Nashville, everyone's just trying to get to the top.
Yeah.
You know, like, everybody's there for a reason, and it's just because there's always the opportunity that someone could be there listening, that can make a difference, that could sign you, or, you know, put you in contact with the right person. So, I just find it's a little more like trying to step on each other's toes.
Yeah, so it's a little more like doggy dog.
Yeah, a little bit
down there.
It is, and I find, but it's also very interesting as well, because it's also such a creative community, and it is kind of a small community as well. So, you know, we had some interesting nights where we're spending time with amazing songwriters who've written hits, you know, like writing with Dan Hill, and like just
which
like people,
awesome.
like just random weird stories that would only happen in Nashville, actually, but yeah, it's you know, but at the same time, like, it's hard there because it is so cutthroat.
And is there a bit of that, like, dog-eat-dog edge here? Or do you find, like, the bands and the people here are more interested in, like, supporting, I guess, Edmonton as a community instead of trying to...
For me, I feel like it's more supportive. Like the bands here are really trying to help each other, and I don't get that sense. I've never had that, never experienced that from another band, or, I mean, I'm sure it goes on.
It's definitely out there.
Yeah.
Like like we said before, you get what you give, right? Like, I mean...
Yeah, I mean...
We played for Hang Loose for their fundraiser, so now they play for us.
You know, it's... You give and take, you know.
That's awesome. And like, because there's a lot of word on the streets right now that Edmonton's on the verge of, like, exploding and becoming the next Vancouver. Am I the first to bring people into? Oh, wow. A little back, you know, 6, the Globe and Mail wrote an article. But do you think that's true? Do you think Edmonton has the pieces?
There's a lot of great music coming out of Edmonton, you know, I find.
And a lot of resources, too. Like,
And what do you mean by resources?
I went to Grand McEwen,
Yeah.
and I graduated from the music diploma program.
Nice.
But just like schooling and just like people that want to play music, and it's just like there's a lot, you know. And maybe it's because of the weather. I don't know. Maybe there's nothing else to do when it's cold, you know. But I just like I definitely see that it could happen, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, like some people say that about Calgary too sometimes, you know, and it's I mean, what is exploding really? Like, like when do you know that Edmonton is the scene? But who knows?
I guess Warner Music comes down and signs everybody.
Yeah.
And then before we and we all get money and everyone's happy and we don't care about music anymore because we're smoking Cuban cigars and wear monocles. But before we wrap up the interview, I just kind of want to hear a little bit what you guys have in store for the new album and when's that we can expect that to be coming out and what's all going on there.
Well, we're going we're recording in January.
Yeah.
Full-length album. And we have 2 weeks booked in the studio, so...
Studio all down in Nashville, working with the same producer?
Working with the same guy.
Nice.
Yeah. I just find, like, once you find that person, it's, you know, they know your sound, they know what you like, and if you're always changing different guys, it's...
Well, and I'm sure, like, once you have that relationship, it's, they know where to take you instead of being like, you get a record that sounds all overproduced, and you're like, this isn't what we are at all. Why is there auto-tune? Well, I'm really looking forward to it, and is there anything you guys kind of want to mention, go out on?
Well, we hope to have the CD hopefully done, and hopefully, I don't know, hopefully Sonic will even play Farm Fresh program, in February. So
that'd be sweet. That's kind of a quick turnaround. Yeah,
we probably won't have like all the actual production part, but we'll have the actual master.
Yeah, the master's done.
So we'll try and get that out, and then we'll start planning a CD release party, and
then hopefully do some mini tours, I guess, in the summer.
Some mini tours.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to keep us posted with everything. But thanks for coming in. It was a blast to have you guys in, finally.